Hello and welcome to my Get Ready With Me holiday edition. I recently was away on holiday and thought I'd film a little Get Ready With Me video. So first of all, I'm applying some eye cream and I'm going to use the Dr. Organics one, which is the Moroccan Argan Oil Instant Tightening Eye Serum. This is a new product and I'm really liking it, and I'm just giving myself a little eye massage to apply it and get rid of any fluid or any kind of build-up. Then for moisturiser, I'm going to apply my Eucerin Dermo Purifying Moisturiser, which is really great at tackling combination skin but still hydrating any areas that need moisture. Next, I'm going to put a primer on, and I'm going to use a new product to me as well, which is the Per Minerals Correcting Primer, which is a really great glowy primer but also helps mattify the skin. So even though it is mattifying, it doesn't dry out the skin, it still gives it a nice glow and a really pretty sort of radiance that I think it looks lovely underneath foundation. But it's also not too shiny, as it's obviously very hot on holiday, but I still want to have that nice glow. Then for my base, I'm going to combine two different products. I'm going to use my new La Roche-Posay Evercar BB Blur Cream, which I'm going to use mostly in the T-zone, and basically this is a really amazing oil absorbing base, but it gives a great coverage and is a perfect colour for me on holiday at the moment, as it's a little bit darker than my natural skin tone, as I've got a little bit of a tan. So I'm going to apply this to the centre of my face, concentrating on the T-zone, the nose, the forehead and the chin, and anywhere that I get oiliness, blemishes and that sort of thing. And this really works amazingly well at smoothing out all those areas, making all those imperfections much less obvious. Then for the other areas of my face, I'm going to apply the Bourjois CC cream, which I love and is really great for on holiday as it's quite light. It's a little bit darker as well than my normal foundation, which is good for my tan. And on my cheeks and the areas that I don't have any oil problems, I like to apply this as it's a little bit more moisturising, and it just works really well with that Everclar BB Blur, blending the two in together. So I'm just going to use a foundation brush to make sure that they're both blurred in together into one nice canvas. Then for a bit of concealing and highlighting, I'm going to use my Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, just a touch, as this is quite light now with my tan, which I'm just going to blend out with a small concealer brush, just patting in and blending underneath my eyes and taking down a little bit onto the bottom of my cheek area, a little bit down my nose and also either side and on my chin, just to brighten up the centre of my face. Next, for bronzing and contouring, I'm going to use another new product, which is the Dew the Hoola product from Benefit, which is a liquid bronzer and a kind of bronzer that I've never used before. And I'm going to use this in a contouring way underneath my cheekbones using a foundation brush, the same one that I used earlier to use my base. And this way I can give a nice contour underneath the cheekbones. I really like this product. I think it's really light, very easily buildable, and a good colour for contouring as well as bronzing, as it's not too orange and it's quite fine in texture, so you can blend it in really well with whatever you're wearing, whether that's nothing at all base wise or you're wearing foundation as well. So I'm going to use that underneath my cheekbones, underneath my jawbone and on the tops of my forehead to give that sort of slightly slimmed face effect with the bronzer, and also down my neck to blend it in with the rest of my skin. Then on to a little bit of extra highlighting. I'm going to use my Becca Opal Liquid highlighter on the tops of my cheeks, again using the same brush so that all the products blend in seamlessly together. I'm also going to take this product up in a C-type shape up to the eye bone and onto my eyelid as almost like a primer before I apply my eyeshadow, as I'm going to use actually the Opal Shimmering Skin Perfector in the pressed version as an eyeshadow, so it will be the same colour. Then for a little bit of sealing of concealer, I'm going to use my Bourjois Healthy Balance powder in those areas that I just need a little bit of extra mattifying, so the chin, the nose, anywhere I've applied any concealer, underneath my eyes as well. I don't want to go too over the top, as I do want this to be quite a nice holiday glowy look, not too matte, but just to prevent any shine from it being warm outside. I just want to take the shine off those T-zone areas, and I'm just going to use a small fluffy brush to be a little bit more precise with it rather than apply it to the entire face. To prime the eyes a little bit further, I'm going to use that Becca Liquid Opal Shimmering Skin Perfector and blend that in with my fingers just to add a shimmering layer to the eyelid first. And again, because it's got that liquid texture, it hopefully will mean that the powder will stick to it a little bit better than just the foundation on my eyelids. Next, I'm going to pop on a little bit of the Bourjois Jasper Rose blush, which again has a lovely highlighting sheen effect to it as well, which ties in with all the glowy products that I've been using so far on my skin. I'm just going to blend that out with a clean powder brush. Next, I'm going to apply the Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed powder in the shade Opal on top of my cheeks, and yes, I'm one of those people who brings a fan brush with them on holiday, but nothing applies these highlighting powders quite like a fan brush, so that's why it's with me. Anyway, you can see how beautifully and light that applies to the tops of my cheeks, and then I'm going to use the same powder as an eyeshadow. I love these Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector products as they're so versatile. You can use them anywhere on the face and they just look great everywhere, and does help save you a little bit of space in your makeup bag when you go on a holiday as well. Next, to add a little bit of definition to my eyes, I'm going to add a matte shade in the crease, and I'm going to use my MAC Espresso eyeshadow with a fluffy brush, and at this I'm going to just work in a window wiper type action through the crease of my eyeshadow, doing little circles and then also buffering down to the outer corner and outer side of my eyelid just to blend the colour across slightly. Then underneath my eyebrow I'm going to use my vanilla pigment with a flat eyeshadow brush to again highlight the brow bone. Then for the brows themselves I'm going to brush them through with my spoolie brush and use my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil, which I'm going to use quite finely just to fill in any gaps and even them up a little bit, not going too crazy in terms of definition and making them too heavy. Then to keep the brows in place all evening I'm going to use a bit of brow mascara, and this is the Rimmel Brow This Way mascara, which has a little bit of colour in it, and now that it's a little bit older and it's dried out a bit, I find it's really great to comb through easily without applying too much product. Then for more definition to my eyelids I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Classic Eye Pencil in the shade Sophia, really working this into the lash line, not so much as an eyeliner, so much as just to really make that lash line as thick and dark as possible, but in more of a natural way, as this is a brown shade. It's also got a little bit of sparkle in it as well, adding to the sort of glowy look that I'm going for this evening. Then I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury smudger brush to smooth out that eyeliner, just to make it as soft as I want it to be, but also defined enough, getting that balance right, using a little bit of pencil and a little bit of the brush, and smudging in and working into that lash line. Next I'm going to wing out the eyeliner, working from the out of the wing into the eyelid, and then smudging it out again with the brush to get it to the right softness and definition that I want. Then after I curled my eyelashes, I wanted to apply a base coat of my Dior Maximizer mascara, and for black mascara I'm going to use my new Lancome Doll Eyes Hypnose mascara, which I picked up at the airport. I really love the brush on this. It's one of those classic fibre brushes which really helps to work through the lashes, and also this mascara gives amazing curl and lift and volume, so it's a really lovely mascara. So I'm going to apply a couple of coats of this and then use a different mascara onto my lower lashes. For my lower lashes I also picked up this new mascara from the airport, and this is the Double Wear Zero Smudge Volume and Lift Mascara. I love these double wear mascaras, they're so brilliant, especially on those lower lashes, as it just doesn't transfer, stays really well, and also gives great definition. Then for a finishing touch on the eyes I'm going to use my gorgeous RMK Ingenious Powder Eyes N17 shade, which is a beautiful glittery eyeshadow which I picked up in Japan last year, and it generally only comes out for special occasions. I'm going to quickly blend in all those eyeshadows together with a fluffy 217 brush from MAC, just to make sure that that glittery shade has blended in with the rest of the eyeshadow. Then underneath my eyelashes in the upper waterline I'm going to use my Real Lasting K Palette eyeliner, which is also a Japanese product, just to work that into that lash line, making it look thicker and darker, but in a bit more of a natural way. So that's most of the makeup done, and now I'm going to concentrate on my hair. So I just cut away to dry the ends of my hair, as it was half dry before, as the hairdryer in the hotel is one of those rubbish ones with the button. Why did they put those in hotels? Anyway, now that I've dried my hair, I'm going to apply some dry shampoo, and I'm going to use my Chlorane one, which is a French branded one, which I absolutely love and doesn't leave any residue at all, which is brilliant. And I'm going to back comb the roots once I applied that dry shampoo, as that helps to give the texture that I need for the style that I want to do tonight. So I'm just going to do a really simple updo or slight updo for this evening. I'm just going to take the two sections from just behind my ears and twist them behind my head like so. As you can see, just taking each piece from each side and twisting it around each other so that they're nice and entwined and tight. This just keeps the hair off my face, and then all I'm going to do is apply a few hair grips in a cross like formation to keep them tight and in place. And that's basically all I'm going to do with my hair, just so that I can keep the front out of my face and keep it neat for the whole evening. Now that I've done that, I'm just going to tease out the front section with a tail comb just to give it a little bit more lift and shape. Then lastly for lips, I'm going to apply my Sephora lip cream in the shade Watermelon Slice, which is a brilliant liquid lipstick and stays really beautifully, and I just love this bright orangey red shade for holiday. The evening I went out, I wore some Aldo cork heels with an H&M playsuit, which was perfect for a warm summer evening out in Tenerife where I was on holiday. And I really enjoyed wearing this look as it was lovely and glowy and sparkly, perfect for a summer holiday. I really hope that you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me video, and please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep in touch with all my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.